to be able to at least, you know, get something out of it with the Firestorm.
I mean, that lets them hold towers really well, but like, what are you holding the towers for?
Yeah, to eventually do.
Yeah, they probably should just pick a carry. For their heroes, he can like dodge.
I suppose with the doppelganger again.
Вивер залетает на лоб на паре. Выживает генерал, подставляется в итоге.
I know Spirit really like troll warlord. And like say, okay, I won't die to all of you.
Yeah. You'd have to, like, Na'Vi have got such an early game draft though, right? Like Spirit Breaker for pickoffs, Bloodseeker. I mean, he's gotten better since they added the Aghanim Shard for the late game, just with the shield that you're able to provide. Let's go. That one. But Shadow Demon, at least until Lorinov hits level 15 on the Wind Ranger, is going to get a lot of value out of the Demonic Proge as well. So
I'm down for a PL. I think this game was like a hard pick, last pick for them, to be honest. The amount of carries I got.
Is it enough for you to put everything AS money?
Oh, my bank account is like $20 now after that last series.
double or nothing, let's go.
Double or nothing, this is it.
Let it ride.
Gonna make Lorenov's life really hard until he has. I think this game is kind of hard. I'm done, Navi.
Okay. I thought you were gonna swing to Gambit then.
No, God no.
No, I think like this Bloodseeker and Shadow Demon are great against the Wind Ranger and Death Prophet, and I feel like that's all of the tempo for the early game.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be totally fine. And now that we see who's playing who, General is not going to be completely bodied out of that lane on the Spirit Breaker as well. I feel like Na'Vi should be able to take it.
I'm looking forward to this series. I'm looking forward to seeing who can end up taking game number 1, as Lyrical and Trent are going to take it away.
You got so much Nat in the panel. I heard something there, which sounded like I regret, and that's how I feel like Gambit should be feeling right now, Trent. Because holy moly, Wind Ranger mid for a last pick PL. Is that enough of a pick to answer all the problems that were presented in the draft?
There were not a lot of good options. We were kind of struggling. We're like, look at their heroes, panel match PL. It's like, yeah, that's one, because like, you know, you see some stuff coming, right, with the Blood Rite specifically, and you're gonna have dispels you're building into naturally with the Manta there too. That's pretty good. Hopefully you'll be able to doppelganger dodge, but yeah, I don't know. There's issues. Like you said, the Wind Ranger's gonna have to deal with the constant purging there. It's also PL into Shadow Demon. It kind of feels like Shadow Demon's the best hero in this game.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And we were thinking about, like, I think Medusa was the other one that we were wondering about, as they called for a remake there. Hopefully Wind Ranger gets back in. But like you were sort of talking about, and like I've seen a couple of times, this Bloodseeker shard can just be like devastating against those like big tanky cores. You're just like clunking away constantly at the mana, the you know, total amount of max damage. It's just devastating.
Yeah, it chunks. It's the big chunks for sure.
But yeah, we do have a pause, which means we're gonna be doing our Superman thing. Look, zoom in over there. That's perfect. What the heck is that? Oh, it's a ward being dropped.
Ward being placed, yeah. It's right up high. It has just been placed. If you look at the ground, there's even like a little hole there from Happy. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. Wow, this camera work.
Wait, how does that work? Why? So is it like lightning, where it's like it's technically coming from the earth, and then there's something dropping down?
It depends on the ward, see, because it's like sinking. It's like a fish thing. Yeah. It's beautiful.
Now that we've learned some new lore today, Trent, we're ready to get into this game. Talk to me about Wind Ranger. Besides, like, you know, giving Slacks nightmares and forcing him into a VTuber life of being a Wind Ranger. What does this hero do? What the heck does this hero do in this game? What's the goal that they've got for Lorenov here?
Well, I thought Shivo did a good job of pointing it out on the panel. The idea of just like the countering versus like the Lina in terms of like the game plan. You sort of mirror a lot of the ideas of Lina in terms of like you're a little bit scaling. You got some physical damage. You also have pretty powerful spells. Your disable is Not necessarily easier or harder to hit compared to LSA. It's just a little bit different. It can obviously be more powerful, but it's slightly riskier. Both can miss and everything. So I think it's just a good game matchup. A lot of like similar map rotations and movements. So I think it's a great pick here for sure.
Trying to bait Solo into, well, just stealing the room and walking away, I guess, because that's what he did. Sick bait. Oh,
They got him.
And General appreciating what he's seeing out of his captain. Gets away with a little bit of rune steal. Done.
Well, lane should be pretty even mid though, as mentioned. That's why you'll see Moon pick it up on SMG, just the same logic. I mean, Wind Ranger also used to be really good versus Huskar, but she was a classic pick there, where you're just basically trying to use Wind Run versus these heroes that rely on their right clicks, just like force you out constantly. So once the levels get stacked up, obviously things will get quite a bit better.
Yeah, and does need to be careful through these first little bits, because there's a lot of harassment already being laid out onto Lorenov.
Yeah,
but
no one is actually skipping denies just to hit him a few more times.
I mean, before Wind Run comes out, why not? That's really nice. Now he has access to it and can sort of deal with that pressure, but still going to be tanking through a lot of those Dragon Slaves. So we'll keep our eyes on this lane. If Lorenov's not careful, he could get punished a little bit here. Wow, up top. Going to be a little bit of extra pressure there. Immersion taking the punches from Solo, while it's the rarely seen lane down bottom of Spirit Breaker versus the old PL getting hits from the Rubik and the Fade Bolt. So frustrating playing.
Now, you and I are official members of the Alberca Monkey King fan club. Founding members, actually, I believe, because of the games we cast. I remember he had some Morphling games. I'm trying to remember if we cast any PL games. I feel like we did, and I feel like it didn't go well.
Yeah, I kind of remember that as well. It's been interesting because, you know, you came onto the scene in that very first series, and you're seeing Lorenov just get brought down lower and lower by no one. This is very scary stuff. But what ended up happening was he like absolutely owned, and then he never got to play Monkey King again. And it felt like ever since then it's been like some amount of either just sort of comfort lost or, you know, just getting introduced to the big leagues, but he's been eating it. So
all right, well, don't worry. I can't confirm that. Maybe I was thinking of his TA game because he has not played PL. So, you know, I see he's got a lot of Dota Plus levels in this hero too. Maybe he spams this one like crazy as well. And a lot of the best things he does on Monkey King are very similar to the plays you want to make on PL in terms of the timing of the doppelganger. His ability to utilize Mischief was insane on Monkey King. I would say that's the thing that sets him apart from the other Monkey King players that you see. So maybe he's going to go for some like really crazy bait plays with doppelganger.
It'll be good to watch if he can make that happen. Certainly getting denied by Rubik doesn't help, but Aloha Dance being a very annoying position 4 constantly up in his face here with these fade bolts. And talking about being annoying, man, no one 19-7 versus the 11-2, and every time Lorenov comes up to try and like pressure or do anything, he's eaten a couple of these. It is a lot of harassment and almost a half a level lead into the favor of no one. When that 6 comes out, Lorenov could just be done.
Yeah, that's a terrifying sight. I would guess that the lead shouldn't grow much more than this. I would think that this is sort of when things look good for the Wind Ranger, when you have 2 points in the win run. So we'll see.
Ooh, down bottom.
Yeah, that's not good.
Taking easy. Blow him up. Take him down. That's what you want to see if you're a Na'Vi fan. So far, all 3 of their cores top of the CS charts and top of the net worth as well by a pretty wide margin for some of them. 500 gold lead for the Lina.
You know, much like Malik, I believe Malik even had an interview talking about he was the one who was really into these like the axes and the pangos, right? Sort of the same deal.
Yeah.
The more short-term and like quick initiation heroes. Nobody's playing this game. We have Melee's on this Death Prophet. Gonna have to be the real siege engine for the lineup in this match, and Not looking like a particularly great game for that hero either. I feel like, I don't know, man. Immersion like has to be so on the living armors this game. I don't even know who you focus, and then there's also dispels. Whew.
Oh, he's body blocked in and just dead up top. Yeah, they find a very quick blow up there. Yeah, this is looking really bad because I mean your main sort of playmaker in this game is Lorenov. That's who needs to be the ones that making the moves and finding the pickoffs, sort of stop the constant pressure. Although down bottom, they do get some good damage onto Aloha Dance here with the bugs on him. One more touch is all they need. General trying to buy a little bit extra time. Oh, surely they're not all gonna live. Now they at least take down General. Aloha Dance will be able to survive.
That was a risky charge too. That was not worth. It almost worked. They both lived, and instead he goes down in exchange for the Rubik, which I think he'll be happy to take as a Monaco Gambit, especially with it going on to Alpha there. I also noticed Lorenov in the mid lane hit a power shot and some last hits while also stacking the small camp. Pretty good stuff. Okay. So trying to recover as fast as possible. And now they chase onto V2. He's not that fast yet. Not enough damage though.
Back out after. Yeah, and going for the 3 points up from the Thirst, as you'd imagine from this, Bloodseeker carry position, but it means that they don't have as much damage on that Disruption Bloodright combo that can be very annoying to deal with. So, at least for now, Gambit find a little bit of solace in the last couple of minutes, also stacking up that hard camp for...
Just as things start looking good, though, they lose the rune flip. They secured top, but it was an arcane spawning bottom as no one's at level 6. So, in fact, almost to level 7 right now. Could maybe expect a TP, maybe, if you get a little bit too close, where he might want to try and juice somebody with that, or you're just going to end up farming extremely quickly on this Lina. Either way, it's bad news for Gambit.
Should look to their middle tower.
Well, there'll be something to watch for if they try and play a more aggressive role, or if they are just comfortable waiting until that first set of item timings. Obviously, with the Spear Breaker, you can imagine that you can maybe make some moves happen, but you certainly don't have to. Arcane just farms, heads on back towards mid. Lorenov gets level 6, saving a point for now. Only point in the power shots in the win run to try and survive through the laning phase, which means there isn't really a chance for any shackle shot. Or focus fire plays, and is going for the 2 points up, or rather the 2 null talismans.
Yeah, and you could actually see that before no one had actually gone to kill off that small camp there. The last hits weren't actually that bad. The gap had only increased from like 8 to like 9 last hits, so it really did start to get a little bit better there for Lord of. Is we gotta go. All right, we don't need a reason.
The quest for ultimate glory
Start a backup.
continues.
My favorite with that is when like admins get upset and the top pause time ends and they're like unpause. Admins technically can't unpause it. Yeah. A Burka, doppelganger, TP's out, tries to escape. Oh, but just in the end, brought down by General. Oh man, that one hurts.
That was that last hit bash there too for the big damage.
Dude, that was that's his TP too. Oh, high risk, high reward.
No reward.
Yeah. God.
Ah, the old walk of shame. Send him right to the jungle. At least he has treads, so.
Dude, but he's
He's got treads, so it's fine, right?
Gotcha, yeah.
Look to their
You know how Happy's like sick. I'm the core now.
is no
Hype.
Yeah.
3
Happy.
heroes here.
radiant to fortify
At the
their
least,
God.
like,
against attack.
Nellis was able to get that mid, or the top tier 1 tower, rather.
Yeah, they forced out V2 and he's down here to help out. I'm still a little depressed if I'm losing my tier 1 to this trio of all heroes. Like a Spear Breaker, a Bloodseeker, and a Weaver just hanging out.
Mid. Oof. Luna Blade. And that's why you're able to take it that much quicker, too. V2 getting some of that bonus attack speed. Goes for the deny, not quite able to hit it on Happy down bottom. So V2 gets the last touch on the tower.
Kind of an interesting sort of like dual pressure there, right? You're hitting bottom and mid at the same time. It's only level 2 living armor, so it probably wouldn't have been stopped anyway, but certainly makes the job easier. We don't have to contest with that.
Yeah.
But who is going to stand in their way right now? Because Na'Vi look like they're just ready to roll. And none of the cores particularly want to engage on AS Monaco Gambit. I guess it's melees, right? Going for this hood first.
Right. And even that's more to like a, I'm going to make it so that I can survive when they run at me as opposed to be putting on a ton of pressure. I guess he can still play around exorcism, but dude, I don't know. This looks tough. Navi.
It's one, yeah. It's one thing for them to try and hold the line right now as Gambit, but how do you even get aggressive?
Yeah. I don't know if they do, Trent. I'm gonna be real. But then again, you know, you've got PL. Late game PL. There's the
End
potential.
it there. Yep, that's it. Yeah.
Green. Maybe they don't need to be.
Well, I can tell you it didn't look so good last series.
That's true. But they had a tech.
That's true. That is a very different scenario. I do like that they're moving to the top side into the dire jungle, as there's obviously a lot of activity happening down bottom. As Melee is just up here pounding the drums here, stealing Albaca's camps.
Fair. Soften them up for him. That's what's happening here.
Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, I know you're just struggling to farm, so I thought I would just oh nuts!
No.
One Crypt Swarm too much. Sorry, man. My bad.
Solo has level 6. Also 3 points up in disruption. This is the boldest solo I've seen in a while.
Look at him
I'm
go.
coming for you. I'm coming for you. And now I gotta run. Oh, Solo, get out of there, buddy. You're maybe in trouble, or is no one gonna come on in? Just make 3 heroes run away from him. What a god.
Yeah, that's a bad sign. Now Holodance also having a maxed out Crypt Swarm right now with 3 levels in Fable. Almost about to be a 4th point in Fable, actually, from this wave. So his burst is totally nasty at the moment. And, well, that wasn't a burst. That was a kill.
But V-Tune gonna be the one that ends up coming back and going down. They find a very nice kill there. No one made the boots of travel TP bottom in general. So in the end, I'll take that trade every day of the week if I'm Gambit.
100%. Looks like he just got shackled and walked down with the focus fire. That javelin coming out here to match, essentially.
There is
We cut down our Bloodseeker with a fully completed Maelstrom for V-Tune. But good first kill here for Lornoff. Need to keep that up for sure, as they will continue to apply pressure to these towers, and got to make sure you're there holding the line so you can actually get some value to the Stream Protector.
Right. Charge up top, Alberca. Solo spots the real one. Vanish is there. It actually ends up being a weird timing, but it's still going to be enough here, I think, most likely. Although maybe not. They turn now into Solo, try and get the kill, but Alberca already dead and happy. Lifted, bopped. Solo out.
That level 1 doppelganger is just so useless for trying to do anything. Like, he doppelgangered, then they just didn't care what spells or what order or anything they did this PL. Like, this guy will die. We have a charge on him.
The 4 points in disruption is like really cool too, because you know, think about when the diffusal blade comes out. These SD illusions are just gonna wreck Gambit.
Yeah, typically you think of it as like an okay matchup for the PL in a lot of ways. Just like everything else about this sort of an idea of a support should be good. It's just there's some games where I mean, with cats from relatively recently, where they just seem to keep getting the illusions, and you're just like, oh my god, he's doing so much damage every single fight. Even though, you know, PL typically can just, you know, you get stunned once a Shadow Demon, you're just dead. You lose all your mana and you die. Can be a swingy counterbalance between the two heroes. As they're gonna smoke up, head into their jungle, they're gonna run right into a smoke shot Gambit.
Overgrowth is there too. Lorenoff, you're ruptured, gotta run away, but not too far. TP's out afterwards. The banishment is there, so immersion gonna get caught. Gonna get killed.
Mid, and he's getting charged.
What? Oh, Lorenoff. What a crazy person. What the hell? All right.
I mean, he didn't know he'd been charged before. I'm actually surprised he didn't go for the ulti, but it just wasn't quite enough damage.
Wow. Good dodge there. Lorenoff realized that General was on him as Alberca walked right past and stops the pressure. Solo heads up to the north. V-Tune, 30 seconds till rupture. And Happy is scouting out also, seen there in the area, but back towards mid where they found the runoff, no one there, and they follow up. Immersion in trouble. The tree, nowhere left to go, wants to heal the tower, but Navi keep the spree going.
Just got charged again. Not respecting that. And this charge with Lina, it's somebody Young G's last match there from Puck Jam in terms of no one just coming for easy follow-up kills and providing the damage to finish off with the Spirit Breaker starts. And now LSA actually connects on a Happy trying to steal his Invis room. Perfectly done.
Merchant comes back up, immediately going to pop the tree armor. Loa Dance trying to get a little bit of separation. Knows he's going to die, but maybe they kill Burka first. Almost goes down. They have the charge on him. Oh, we're coming for you. General is on the case. He takes him down dead. Fellas, meantime, getting hit from the low ground. The disruption illusions, but no one maybe bit off a bit more than he can chew. It's eventually taken down. B2 turns on to Lorenov, but the overgrowth, a really good play. So much damage being done by Melis with the heavy. Well, is it going to be enough with Exorcism? B2 finds the damage, gets the kill. Immersion now runs away. Solo's still there as well. Happy dodges back, and in the end, they kill the Lina, but they lose the PL. They lose all their cores. They're all gone.
Yeah, and they're trying so hard to hold this tower. That initial play where no one left the mid to go get the Invis rune, although he secured it, it stopped the pressure they had on the tower. And this thing was really low, and since then they've been healing it consistently. I don't think they're going to get this tower anymore, despite dropping 3 heroes. So at least some sort of a victory here for Gambit right now. Now, mind you, you could argue it's going to cause more bad fights for Gambit as they keep trying to defend this tower. See.
We'll have to watch. I mean, they're coming back in again. For growth this time, they won't have Exorcism. It's hard to imagine that they can keep this alive. Oh god, Solo found Alberca again. He's dead. No doppelganger. Dude, he just... Oh no.
He just
Alberca.
respawned.
Whoa,
Last
load.
fight, when his HP just vanished, that was power shot and Fable. It was like a 400 damage power shot.
Melis is now dead too. Yeah, they move in. Laguna Blade. Couple more punches is all they need. One by one. Dude, make it stop. Navi are just all over them. Happy trying to get out. He's charged too. Yeah, come on back again. We'll go for another round. Why not? Triple kill for Noah. Lorenov, you want a battle? V-Tune? Oh, he's a crazy person. Okay, he backs away.
Yeah, but well, the tower is alive.
It is. The tower is still alive. Maybe Navi should just keep it up. And then they'll keep killing them.
It was not meant to be. Yeah, 4-17. This is indeed looking like our previous series, which was a quick run over of a similar kill score. 3 more to go. And how do you get out of this situation?
Scanning for enemy.
I don't know.
Oh,
Don't die for a 3rd time in a row.
Oh, Alberca, no. No, Alberca, no. Not like this. Not like this. Again. B-Tune tries to stutter step his way out and will manage to escape. That hurts. It's such a rough game for him. And now they find another Melis. He's also charged. General's coming. They can't stop it. And now he turns on to Lorenov. Melis has already died. They're going to find him too. LSA comes out. Everywhere they go, Gambit are dying. All right.
5 merchants now, though. They got 1 back.
Merchant's like, take this punch. I'm still treeing.
They lost all 3 lanes. They did a good job of pressuring that top tower with melees, but the counter rotation from V2 to the bottom will instantly eliminate that. Alberca has had no chance to play Dota, and I don't really think it's his fault necessarily. Maybe there were a couple times where he overextended in some positions near team fights and stuff, but like really, how does he even get started in this match?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It definitely feels like this is just a drafting outplay. Like, I don't know what else you can really gain from this series besides that. Because, like, clearly PL has not been the answer, or maybe something about the way that the lanes went is not the answer, but I don't know if there was a better one either. So, tough stuff. And now if you're Gambit, you got to try and find a way. I mean, I guess the game plan doesn't change, right? Like, just get to late game. But might be too far in the hole now.
Well, right now, all you can do is try and keep some semblance of control over the Roche pit, I suppose. The only problem is that once they take this tier 2 bottom, they start pressing your tier 3. That's going to focus your attention down there, and that's when the heroes get split, and you can't all be, you know, around the Roche pit the whole time, pressuring your high ground like that. When you have the boots of travel plus the charging Spirit Breaker, you start running into the real problems, and they don't have any sort of global mobility like that on Gambit.
Right. No, Gambit don't really have an answer of pushing out those waves. I mean, you can't afford to go bot on Wind Ranger. She has to go in towards the link or something that allows her to fight and actually make an impact in these ones. Because right now, it's just not happening. The bright spot again is definitely Melis, who's trying to get in towards this Heaven's Halberd, and that can make a pretty big difference for at least Lina. Maybe the Bloodseeker too, but still just seems really tough. They have so much magic damage, and all is going to get bound. Ulti immediately. He is mega dead. Wow.
Yeah, head into the Roche as well. So after he loses control, Happy going to try and throw some bugs in here and go for the best Shikuchi of his life.
Realize what's happening there. No, these. Look, I don't want to help him get Roche faster.
Come on, throw the bugs in. Then leave protection. There you go, Happy. That was getting this. Come on.
This fire will never go out.
They didn't have a sentry down, Trent.
Oh, there goes Shikuchi for Rubik.
Oh no!
Dude, you gotta be kidding me. That is Albrica's game. That's his game.
One illusion that didn't make it over the cliff.
I'm GG in there. That's, you know, it wasn't meant to be.
Oh, that is.
This guy needs
so
an Aether Lens or
unlucky.
something. I don't know. He's gonna find a better way over there.
Gotta get towards that Octarine build. Damn, dude.
BSJ, where are you?
He's max doppelganger, and this is still what happens. Why have you forsaken me like this? Melis pops exorcism, and now they're gonna rupture. This is sad. There's not even
I know. It's like
ghosts to hit.
it's the best Bloodseeker game ever. It just feels so good for V2 this match. Everyone he ruptures is just really depressed.
Unless they jump in, dunked, dead. Alberca, they find the real one. Gonna turn onto him now, draining all that mana. Can they kill Solo? You've been making me mad this whole game, but it ain't gonna happen. Alberca dies again. General keeps on hunting for more. Let off. GG is called. He has had enough. Devastation. That was a bigger beatdown than last game.
It really was. That was rather savage by Navi here as they